Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the Flagmakers. And this is a new documentary short from National Geographic from director Sharon Liese and Cynthia Wade, who have worked on quite a few documentaries together. And bringing this one to the forefront is a powerful story about a group of Americans, citizens, who work for a company that make flags. And what's inspiring is it's not just a bunch of, people who grew up in like the heartland of America their whole entire lives. It's a lot of immigrant stories. There's one particular story about a man maimed because of a hate crime and being able to come to America and become a citizen and is there making flags. And all these different kinds of immigrant stories from all across the world. And then you still have those stories that were like born and grew up here, and the pride in the flag. And I think that's the biggest thing about this documentary. I think it's moving. I think it's inspiring. There's some really great immigrant stories, and also some very inspiring but challenging stories about just living here in America, like this one particular woman, Barb, and like having to retire because of her health, not being able to do it anymore. And you're having all these different kinds of stories that hit a wide range of different emotions. I do think that the documentary kind of tries to hit on some big events like the January 6th insurrection to try to be like, hey, this is how we feel about this specific event. And sometimes it feels like those feel a little included for other reasons than what narratively makes sense in this documentary. But I do think that some of the reactions we get from some of the people to it, the emotion is worth the inclusion. But in general, I do think that this, for 35 minutes, is real focused on these people, these inspiring stories, and just how important it is to these people who work here that they're able to make the American flag that they have so much pride in and care so much about. And that's a real feel-good story to be putting out there, especially for the Academy Awards and award season in general for these documentary shorts. And I think this one has some real legs and has some really strong potential. But those are my thoughts on the Flagmakers. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.